Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing this morning? Can you hear me? Todd, can you hear me? Todd? Check, check. Let me get the chat up. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Hang on, hang on. Okay, that part's on. Waiting for the chat. Hank, can you hear me? All right, good deal. Must be Todd that can't hear me. Let's see, we need to go over here, do this real quick. Switch account. I'm not Valerie Cunningham. I'm Chick Picker. Get it right. All right, I think I got that part done. Sorry, things are a little topsy-turvy today with the video and pretty much everything else. Stop. Valerie, stop talking. Okay, now we got to get the chat up. Well, I hope everybody's having a good, it's Monday, right? I think it's Monday. Where's Todd? We're having technical difficulties for some reason. All right, let me pop this out, move it over, get set up. I was wondering if I was even going to be able to get on. I don't want that. Want that. What? I got a new thing on here now. Oh, now they have a some kind of waiting room. It's weird. I can't hear you. Sally?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. It's saying that you had to let me in.
I know. That's weird.
So they're doing it different because people are being naughty.
Oh.
I'm thinking. And it looked like you had to put in a name or something.
I just had to approve you.
Well, and then, but whenever I opened mine, it said like your name and it said the date. Which it's never said that to me before.
I don't know.
Hi, Hank. Guess what I just sold?
What'd you sell?
This rum chata cup.
Oh, awesome.
Guess how much it sold for?
$20.
$28.
$28? What the heck?
There was none other listed.
Wow.
There was mugs, like hot mugs.
Yeah.
But there was no cold drink cups.
Huh.
And this is new. It still has like the like a little coupon in there. It's going to Hawaii.
Good job.
Thanks.
Very, very good.
Okay, Todd. Go open it, and then Valerie will have to approve you. So just stick in there for a minute until she gets it. Until she gets it going. There you are.
Wow.
See, you made it, buddy.
Todd, are you there?
Make sure you join your audio. Because I had to do that too.
That's so freaking weird.
They just set it up different.
He's still not on audio. Todd, you gotta click a button. All right. Let's see. Ow, ow, ow.
I'm trying to get him.
Good morning, Shirley. Ow.
Hi, Shirley. What's wrong with you? Hi, Beth.
I had my leg underneath me.
Oh.
And that don't work very well.
Yeah, I can't do that. I try to do that. I try to do that on my couch all the time, and I'm like, why do I sit like this?
Nothing's normal right now about this morning.
Well,
Everything's different.
It's where your mute button is. Where your mute button is, it should say join audio. There you go.
Yeah, I heard him growling.
Growling
Growling like an old bar. Mm-hmm.
So I had some really weird sleep. I stayed up as late as I could since I have to go to work tonight.
Right. Dun, dun, dun.
And so I stayed up till 3. And then I woke up at 6. I'm like, I had to pee real bad. And I'm like, if it wasn't for that, I would have stayed in bed until like 8:30, because I woke up and I felt like, how you have like hangover, sleepiness, feeling, if you're too tired. Yeah, I felt like that this morning until I got some coffee in me. And
well, you have to take a nap later.
Oh yeah, that's why I did that.
That would be a good reason to.
Oh, I really had to talk myself into not going back to bed. Like seriously, after I peed, I was like, I think I want to go back to bed, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Probably not. I guess I'll just stay up. Hi, Julie.
Morning, Julie.
How's California?
Hi, Julie.
Morning, Beth. Good morning, Hank. Sorry about the craziness this morning. They changed some stuff on us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Julie, why don't you ever come on panel with us? That would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
It's not hard.
I bet she's got some good dirt on you, too.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Not me.
Oh, it's wet there, huh? We had rain yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. Yesterday was nice. It was like 60 degrees outside.
I've seen all that hail she got yesterday.
Breezy. Wow.
What the hell is hailing? What's new?
Got my hose set up.
You got your hose set up?
Yeah.
What are you running? What are you running there?
I was wondering why your backhand was red from slapping.
Slapping the hose? What the hell?
Well, Brandon has to hook. I don't have a water spigot. No, it's cool. I don't have a water spigot in my yard at all. And so Brandon has hooked me up a device that comes straight from my pump, my well pump.
Yeah.
And so I have I have a hose. It's long. It's gotta be at least 250 feet long.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it goes all the way from the backyard, all the way to the front yard and across the street and some. So it's very long. But I wanted to try to start softening up the ground and stuff because I have a garden in my kitchen right now because there's still frost in the morning. So, and it's like it takes up half of my kitchen table. Plus I have like the top of a tub on the floor with some plants on that too. So, and I'm going to have more because I have little coffee cans that I'm going to start like onions and potatoes with you know, growing them in water. So I'm gonna start those like that. So, oh, she says she had to put us on the phone, or she had us on the phone, but she had to put us on the computer because computers are opposite
Yeah.
that because
I-
the computer's delayed.
Yeah, there was, it's so delayed on the computer. I don't know what's, it was running kind of wonky this morning.
Maybe
every-
meetings or
just-
something.
Huh?
Maybe like a lot of meetings.
Yeah, maybe.
You know.
That could very well be.
You know,
It
I've
was
been
just
go ahead.
real slow. It was really
I've been watching a lot of Gary Vee lately, and he's doing all his meetings and everything for Vader Media on, you know, from home and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so many, I'm sure there's so many meetings, so many people using it for school,
Oh, yeah.
you know, so it's
Yeah,
it's
it'll be all
probably
right.
just that.
It'll be okay. I didn't give up. I just kept pushing through.
That's good.
Yeah, Julia, whenever you want to come
Okay.
on, you just tell your mama and I'll get you the link.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's not hard.
Come on anytime you want.
It's a little bit harder today because we're used to a different way to do it, but we would walk you through it. It's not hard.
Can't be that.
Yeah, and then she can hang out with old people.
Yeah,
Well, she's in the chat anyways.
might as well. Might as well.
I spent $1,000 on video games yesterday.
You got some good stuff. I wish I could come across a deal like that and have the money for it. You did awesome. You're gonna make some good money off of that.
It's crazy. We filled up Gwen's Toyota RAV4
Hmm.
and we only got like a fourth of it, a third of it. Oh my God.
Where are you putting it all?
Oh my God.
Him and Gwen are gonna start sleeping in the living room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I'm filling up little nooks and crannies and crawl spaces and man, it's going to be bad by the time I get it all here.
Mhm.
Plus,
It'll be all right though.
So you haven't even got it all home yet?
oh, heck no. Oh.
I like hanging out with you, Shirley.
So the storage unit was about 12 feet by 20 feet.
Ooh.
And about 1/4 of it is video game stuff.
Wow.
Well,
And
do you have room for it?
it depends on what I take.
We're gonna take it all, aren't you?
Well, it was a store.
Right.
Yeah.
So they've also got display cabinets and it isn't just the games.
Well, you know what your best bet is. You know what your best bet is. God.
What?
Listen to Sally for a minute.
No, go ahead.
Best bet is the next time that you're over there, take pictures of all those cabinets and put them up locally.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just write on there, I'm from, you know, a little ways away. And so if anybody's interested, then we'll make a appointment to come look at them, you know, if you're interested or something to that effect. So that,
Well, there's a problem with that.
why?
So there's two problems with that.
Mm.
The first problem is, well, there's 3 problems with that. The
Start making,
first
start
problem
making a
is
freaking list.
it's 54 miles away.
Okay.
The second problem is the unit is co-rented by my niece and her mom, my wife's sister.
Okay. Was that a problem?
They now live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so they're wanting out of the unit.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Um,
And so what does that have to do with anything?
Well, it's far
so
away,
I
Sally.
can't leave,
Do-
I
do
can't
you
leave
have-
stuff there, and
No. I'm not saying leave stuff there. I'm saying the next time you go, take pictures, put them up locally so that when you go back to get the rest of the stuff, that you can make, people can make an appointment. If they're interested, you could just meet them at the storage unit and possibly sell them right there. You know what I mean?
But it's 54 miles away.
Okay.
but they're trying to get out of that unit.
Right.
Mhm.
So that would only be good to the end of the month, I suppose.
Right.
The third problem with this is I don't know if this is just for this storage unit facility or if it's county-wide or statewide. But on the 11th, they're going to overlock, they're going to double lock the storage units
Why?
because of COVID. They don't want people out going to them.
You can't get into your storage unit then?
That's what she said.
Well, then I'd get everything out. Just bring it to your house. Even the display cases.
I would get it out and I would go rent your own storage unit.
Yeah. Or bring it home and put it in the overhang or something. At least the
But these are
display cases or whatever.
Yeah, there's some display cases like, Craigslist Hunter, his main display case. There's a
Mhm.
couple of those type of deals, and I ain't gonna move that. I'm too old.
You're not gonna move it? You're just gonna
No.
leave it?
Yeah, she said I could leave whatever I didn't want, and that they would just haul it to the dump.
But that's those display cases. People will buy those. Even
Yeah.
if they're,
They're a
hopefully-
little worn, but
yeah, but still, people will, that are possibly looking at getting a storefront or, looking at doing something, business type. They look for stuff like that. Whenever I have those little racks, that are like hat racks or, glove racks or whatever they are that you can hang stuff on that spins around, I sell those and I sell them for like $50 because people always are looking for that kind of stuff for their
Yeah.
stores and stuff. So you could sell those. Like if you can move them, you can sell them. So best bet is to get everything that you can out of there and either bring it home or rent your own unit. I would just be afraid that if you rent your own unit even closer to where you live, that they might start doing that too, to where you can't get in it. And then, you're having to pay for a unit that you can't get in.
Tom, I'm not gonna spend any more money. I'm
Yeah,
too tight to do that.
I didn't figure that. I figured you were gonna put it out where the cats are.
Probably.
And the cats
If I
and the
bring home
vacuum
big
cleaners.
stuff.
The cats, put it with the cats and the vacuum cleaners.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Did you see what I sold this morning?
If I can get it in the back of my pickup by myself, then I'll probably bring some of that home.
Yeah.
Todd,
I saw that. That's pretty cool. Why would somebody pay 25 for that? Is it real
28.
fancy or something?
It's rum chata, which I believe is a brand of drink.
Hmm.
And there's a whole bunch of hot mugs, but there's no cold ones, cold drink mugs, so, or cold drink cups. So yeah, I don't know why. I mean, that's what I figure, is that they're just hard to come by.
Yeah.
So
But anyway, these video games, there's tons of them, but it's like they're all like $3 games.
are you
I
sure?
haven't run across any expensive titled ones yet. So I'm gonna have
Okay,
to do
well,
a lot of research and a lot of lotting up.
yeah, because
And I
some,
don't know a whole lot about video games.
Well, you know a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
So
I know more about video games than I did before I started reselling, that's for sure.
yeah,
But I mean, I've got Wii's, I've got Sega Genesis stuff, I've got
Super Nintendo.
Super NES, I've
Mhm.
got PlayStation stuff, I've got guns and wires. Oh my gosh. And none of it's matched up. I'm like, God, why couldn't you
And
just
but
put
it's not
this cord
hard.
with the machine and put this
Hmm.
cord with this machine and
It's, yeah, it's not hard
this
to find out
controller?
what goes to what, though, because it usually will have a part number or something right on the cord. And if it doesn't, you just see what machine it goes to. You just, have all your machines right there and doot, 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 find out which one, you know.
I need a warehouse with 50 tables in it to just lay all this stuff out and go to sorting.
Yeah.
Plus, like, because they ran a store, they took all the games out of their cases
hmm
and put the cases on their display and kept
Oh,
all the discs in storage boxes so
yeah.
that somebody couldn't steal games from them.
So now you need to go and match them
So
all up,
now I've got to go, okay, here's a case. Okay, here's a CD.
because you definitely
Nope,
want
that's
to
not
put,
it. Next.
you definitely want to put
That's going to take a
them,
month.
yeah, they'll sell better in their cases.
Yeah.
But still, it's I'm so happy for you. And if I come across some money, I'm gonna make you an offer.
Okay.
Okay.
For my body or for video games?
Both. I don't know.
Both.
Video games.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not my type.
Dragon Ball Z comes with a kiss, and let's see, Super Nintendo comes with a tickle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like a tickle.
And the Genesis game comes with a hug. Yeah.
I'll take a hug. I'll take a hug.
No.
No,
A
not right. Not
6
right
foot
now.
air hug.
Yeah, not right
Yeah.
now. Hey,
virtual hugs.
did you see that thing that I put on Facebook, Valerie, about the the binder? It's a binder cover type thing, and you put it through your glasses, and so it makes like, it's almost like a protective mask around your face, but it's out of plastic.
Shut
It's
up, Mike and Tom.
I put it on Facebook.
Let me look here.
I'm not going to
But
do the organized thing. I'm going to do the cheap thing. So y'all just butt out.
He's gonna do as cheap as he possibly can.
Yeah, I already spent $1,000. What do you expect?
I'm trying to find it. Let's see here.
Frank, Dragon Balls. Yeah, no.
Sexy jujutsu.
Let me see if I can find it.
It should be like the second or third thing down.
Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, yeah, you could do that.
I mean, it would be better than messing with the mask. My glasses won't fog up.
I don't
So,
know. That's gonna look pretty
well,
wild. That's gonna look pretty wild, but I guess
I'll have to see.
if that, you know,
Yeah, check it out. I got boxes and boxes of stuff like this.
Yeah, like I want that whole box.
There's some duplicates in here.
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of people
That's
that
okay.
be like mouth watering and
I am.
you know, eyes bugging out.
That's my thing right there. Like, I love stuff like that.
Single strap. A lot of sports titles that aren't worth much individually.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta lot those up. Oh, Nikki can't get in. She's waiting on you,
Mario
Valerie.
Paint.
All right.
But it's like,
I got it.
this game originally came with a mouse. And
Yeah,
I
so
don't know where
does
the mouse is. So I got a lot of digging and searching to do to match stuff up.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Hi, Laurie. Hi, Nikki.
Good morning.
I'm gonna go get my coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay.
K-type.
Yeah, they have this on Zoom. They have it's like StreamYard basically, where you have to approve the person to come in. And so, and most of the time I have my my chat over that area where that pops out. So I don't see that. So if you're trying to come in, huh?
Did you let Lori in? She was waiting too.
Well, I see her.
Okay, I can't find my Zoom now all of a sudden.
Let's see. Where's it at? Okay. Okay, and there is. There's Maggie. Okay. The gang's all here.
Good
morning.
Tara and Bridget aren't here.
Huh?
Tara and Bridget and Tom aren't here.
No, but they don't come on anymore.
They
They don't like us.
Hank, Mike, and Bum Crack.
So
There we go.
yeah, it's definitely a little finicky, a little more finicky, and then other people have said it's kind of lagging. So I'm sure it's just kind of bogged down from everybody's probably getting schoolwork done and meetings and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So
Can y'all hear me?
yep,
Okay, good.
Yep.
Sound okay? I got a new microphone here. All
yeah,
right.
sounds
I
great.
can't hear you, Lori.
Sounds great. Except your head's chopped off.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of moving things around here. I can't hardly see the chat.
We can't have everything, right?
That could be a good thing. There, how's that?
There you go. There you go.
I'm in my little mini warehouse. So
you're walking around all right?
yeah,
That's good.
got a bit of a limp, but oh well, it is what it is.
Yep. But the limp will reside, won't it? I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
really-
think once the initial all the pain, because there's still pain, but I deal with it. I think once it's all done and gone, I've got a new brace coming too, so hopefully that'll help because it's been buckling on its own.
Right.
Are you going to see the physical therapist?
No, they don't have me set up for any physical therapy, so I do that pretty much on my own. I got one of those elastic bands that I put around my ankle and attach it to the bottom of my chair and just sit there and work it. So,
This, after a knee injury, you have to learn how to stand and walk again, kind of.
mhm.
Because you have to learn to, this happened to me after all my knee surgeries. You have to learn to balance your weight between both
Mhm.
legs. Because once you start favoring that leg, your brain always wants you to favor that leg.
Oh yeah.
So in order to get, I mean, obviously it might be too soon right now because you might still have pain. But after you're not having as much pain and stuff, and the doctor says you can go back to normal activities, you have to actually tell yourself to start using weight on both legs. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Evenly.
Oh yeah, evenly distribution. Yeah.
Practice. It took me a little while to figure it out because I went 10 years with between all 4 surgeries and getting better and everything else. I was about 8 years time. But anyways, yeah, you really have to focus.
Mhm.
And when they told me that I had to learn how to walk properly again, I was like, what? You know, I can walk. What the hell? But no, you really got to actually stop and think about it
Yeah.
because your brain doesn't understand that you need to do that. You know, you have to tell your brain to do it. So
And the bad thing with me was I was up walking around when I shouldn't have been because I thought he said it was okay, but he hadn't given me the okay. So I was walking when I shouldn't have been. So it kind of helped, but when I went back to have the stitches out, he said, "Well, now you can resume, somewhat normal activities, that your pain level will allow." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
yeah,
Am I allowed to do that already? He's like, "No, were you?" I'm like, "I plead the fifth."
yeah.
So,
Well,
oh,
at least it was okay and you didn't re-injure yourself or anything.
yeah. Well, I didn't do anything out of the ordinary. It wasn't like I was running up and down steps, nothing like that. It's just I was getting up more and I was walking around more and,
Yeah.
just in and out of the house because I was getting stir crazy.
Right.
So, but yeah, now it's buckling on its own. So I'll be walking. It's like, just out of the blue. It's like the kneecap totally disappears. So you ever see that episode of Harry Potter when they went to fix his broken arm? Oh, that's what my knee feels like.
Sometimes my knee, I'll be walking along and all of a sudden I stop, but my knee doesn't want to stop. Yeah.
So anyway, I ordered a brace. He told me what kind to get, so that's what I'm getting. It's got stabilizers on either side to keep it from doing that. So
Yeah.
he said you'll probably have to wear it every day. I said I'm fine with that as long as I don't look like I've got some kind of medical issue. When I walk, inadvertently turn into spaghetti legs or something.
Is there more damage in there?
Yeah, there was a lot of damage in there. He couldn't repair it the way he wanted to.
Is there more damage now? I mean,
No, I don't think so. It's just weaker because all the years that all that calcium built up in there,
Yeah.
I guess helped it, keep it stable. But when he took all that out, there's nothing there.
There's nothing holding it together.
Yeah.
If you have good insurance, I'd ask for PT because
I'm only allowed like 5 visits or something like that.
they really know what they're talking about and they
Which-
know how to strengthen that knee good. If you have a bike, bikes are really good for knees because you're not pounding on it.
With Teresa working at a nursing home, and they have physical therapy there, I can ask questions and then they can just tell me what I can do at home. So I don't.
Yeah,
That's
tell them
good.
to give you a
I
list.
kind of got it in there where I don't have to use my visits. They just show me what to do and what bands to
Yeah.
use.
There you go.
I'm good. So that's
There you
what I've
go.
been doing. So doing it pretty much on my own. Going to be submitting her walk to Department of Silly Walks.
Without the exercise bike, I probably wouldn't have as much range of motion in my knee as I do. That thing really helped my knee a lot.
I
So
walk silly anyway, Tom, because for one, I'm pigeon-toed and bow-legged, so I have a weird walk.
done with it after my knee replacement. I feel like I just don't bend because that's the only thing. I have no pain or anything. I can walk and walk and walk for miles, but it doesn't bend as well as I'd like it to. And
Mhm.
it's like if
Oh, I still can't. I can't get down. I can get down on the ground or anything like that. I can't do a lot of things. Like if I needed a shoe underneath the bed, forget it. Teresa, I can't get down there and get my shoe.
Yeah.
Where before I could have got down on my hands and knees and got my shoe out or whatever. Because Benji has a way of hiding my shoes, and I know he'll take a slipper and he'll take a shoe. And it's usually if I get out of the shower, I'm gonna put my feet in the slippers, there's one gone. And we gotta go hunting for it.
Mhm.
So he's always hiding my shoes up under the bed. So
Hi, Maggie.
I don't know why.
Morning,
he has a fetish
Karen.
for my shoes.
Karen's at the
Where's
beach,
Sally
and
at? Is she,
Kathy, she's right
oh,
underneath
there she
you.
is. I see her now.
On my screen, that's the way she is anyway.
Like Hollywood Squares.
Yeah, exactly.
weird, you can't.
Sally has
This
Sally
week-
has to go back to work tonight. Tonight.
Aw.
Vacation's over.
We're on
That's
self
okay.
quarantine right now.
Oh, because of your,
Mhm.
My daughter's work well, we don't know yet. The test hasn't come back yet, so we kind of quarantined ourselves until we find out for sure.
Yeah.
That's the responsible thing to do, right?
Yep.
I gotta do the worst cup of coffee. A new coffee pot over here. Tastes like the coffee pot. Even though I rinsed it out, it still tastes like the coffee pot.
Mm.
How's
Because I
sales
think that's
today?
what I think that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it? If somebody's getting tested, you have to wait till they come back with tests, or you're supposed to stay in until then.
and then if it comes up positive, you need to stay in for another. Up to-
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, 14 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a long time.
Gotta be- gotta be-
Sally was standing at the window going, "Help me!"
Open.
Alan,
Open.
ouch.
Open.
Let me out. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing is I am just amazed at how many people are actually still out and about, and doing their thing, and
Yep.
and living in a small town, I see that. I can't even imagine what it is like living in a big city,
Yeah.
a bigger city.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The thing ain't going nowhere until people start staying in.
Yeah.
But I did notice, I shouldn't have been, but I was looking at airline tickets.
God.
But I was just looking to see, like in the next upcoming months, down the line, if they were going to be cheaper. And they were. They were actually pretty cheap.
Like what was the difference?
Probably about $200.
Wow.
One way to California was $93. Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't have no time left.
and that was for July. That was for July.
Wow.
So I don't even know what it is for like right now, but I was just kind of looking to see
Yeah.
how much it would be. So, but they were pretty cheap. Somebody said they got a ticket from, I think it was from Charlotte to Washington or Washington to Charlotte for $30.
Tom said, "Oh crap, she's headed to Cali in North Carolina."
I always do. I don't know.
They-
Mike, he said it is leveling off already in some places. Hopefully this will pass shortly. I hope so too, but I was watching some news, I don't remember what it was, but they were talking about that we haven't even seen the surge yet.
Oh, no, we haven't even peaked yet.
Yeah.
And Louisiana's bad too, right?
Yeah.
I know
They should be-
Michigan is up above 15.
Yeah.
I figure it's gonna be at least another 2 weeks before we see a surge.
Well,
We had
Michigan is third in line.
We had 77 deaths just yesterday.
Hi, Mr. Sadie.
So the Italy's death rate fell for like the third day in a row or something.
That's
But here, they're expecting the peak of it to be within this week.
Yeah.
Except it could be free. You still ain't getting my ass on a plane.
the peak in Italy or the peak here?
What?
The peak in Italy or the peak here, Maggie?
No, peak here.
In New
Oh.
Jersey.
I think Italy is pretty much on the downside of things, right?
But once you hit the peak and are on the downside, how long is it before you can?
2
Go back.
weeks at least, I would say, if not 3 or 4.
I would say this is probably going to go on. I'm just guessing, probably 6 weeks.
Oh my
We
God.
probably got about 6 more weeks of this.
I'm gonna say middle of July.
Ah,
I was thinking end of April to middle of May.
I
Yeah,
don't think it's gonna be that early. I'll tell
I
you
think
that.
it's
don't
gonna be
know.
more closer to like middle of May, but
Morning, Queen City Picker. Thank you for the super chat.
What are you trying to do? Kiss up?
Appreciate it. I guess, because he can't be in here. He could go into a bedroom, close the door,
Go your car.
go and turn your phone on, and he could be right in here. But that's all right. I understand. I get it.
all these freaking Instacarts keep popping up, and I'm just like, oh my God, like one just popped up for $30.
Well, that Washington State, remember, was the first state that everybody was where it's really started to spread. It just had sent some of their ventilators because they're not needing them anymore to New York. So they're definitely on the downside in
Yeah,
Washington
Mr.
State.
Sadie said New York is starting to show signs of decline, so that's good.
I don't know. Every day, the deaths in New York are right around 8,000, and I haven't seen a decline in that.
Mm.
I mean, it's either, I think one was like 10,000. Maybe it was deaths.
Maggie, I don't hear you.
It wasn't deaths. It was positive, confirmed.
There
But
you are a little
anyway.
bit, I think.
But anyway,
Oh,
You there?
boy, I'm here, but I can't be heard.
no,
Yeah,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
There you are.
I can hear you now.
Can hear
I
you
can hear
now.
you. You're fine.
We're just ignoring you, Maggie. No, I'm just kidding.
No, she was unplugged or something. I don't know what was happening, but I couldn't hear you.
She was fine.
Probably not before. I need to get a better headset that's Bluetooth. anyway.
I
Might
like
be-
I like the head the I was gonna say the headless, but it's the wireless,
Right.
not headless.
That was my nickname at school. Not funny.
Uh,
Hey, headless.
What I was saying was that I saw an article where Washington State, which was the first big hotspot, has been packing up and sending their ventilators now to New York and other places because they're not in need of them anymore.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, if we can just.
I'm gonna run these out real quick.
Okay.
sell-
Yeah, that's yeah, you gotta share those ventilators. I know that the ones that we would use in the hospital, they were anywhere from, and this was, 10, 15 years ago, they were anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 a piece.
So that's
So
not,
they're not cheap.
not a ventilator, is not an oxygen machine. Is that what they use when they actually intubate somebody? Is that what a ventilator is?
Yeah, that's just the
Okay.
machine that's breathing for you.
Mhm.
So when they intubate you, or they have, which
Not
means
just
put,
oxygen. It's a more serious process, right? A
yeah,
ventilator.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's actually putting pressure in your lungs and making your lungs inflate, and then you have the oxygen that is usually built into the wall, and that's hooked into that. So you get the oxygen, plus you get, the simulation of, you know, inflating your lungs so they can breathe. That's what, but those suckers are, and I'm sure they're, even more now. They're probably up to 100,000 a machine.
Yeah.
Kathy says Washington State just says lots of people not tested, but
I'm sure.
they still aren't having them show up at the hospital in rates that they were before.
That's what I said the other day. I don't know if it was on Tom's show or this show, but it seems to me like if they treated people with oxygen right away to knock that shit out of their lungs, that
No.
maybe they wouldn't need respirators as much. You know what I mean?
No.
It just seems
Oxygen,
to me like,
the oxygen is not going to do anything for that.
but I mean, like if somebody's just starting the problem, the lung problem, if they
No.
started getting fresh oxygen in them instead of waiting until it's too late and then they
No.
need a ventilator.
No. No. No, that's not going to do anything for them. Especially, I mean, you definitely don't want to overtreat or pre-treat somebody with oxygen before they need it, because you could actually you can knock their will, or their will
Yeah.
to drive, or their
Yeah.
you can knock that out. Their drive to breathe, you can knock that out. So
Yeah.
then they really wouldn't be breathing.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with that. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people. I think I would probably be the same one of the same types of people, like, just stay home if I had it, which God forbid, I do not want it. But if I had it, I would stay in and I would treat my symptoms and, hope that it would go
Yeah.
away. But, you have to kind of weigh that. Like, I knew that if my back was hurting, if I just wasn't getting any better, then I would say, okay, I probably have pneumonia. So I probably need to get a hold of a doctor or something
Yeah.
and see what I need to do. Maybe I need to be tested. And but there's a lot of people out there that don't have insurance.
Yeah.
I don't have insurance. I have no medical insurance. So I would be a little reluctant to, either go to the ER or, rack up a bunch of medical bills because I don't have insurance. So I definitely understand that. But and I think, like I was talking to Sally, I think she had it. I definitely think she had it, because she had like 99% of the
Symptoms.
effects, the symptoms, but her doctor, for some reason, and I think it was probably because they didn't have any testing available at that time, so they were
Yeah.
probably just told or encouraged to, if you have anybody that is coming down with this, they need to stay in. They need to self-quarantine, and they need to be in for, 14 days. So, well, yeah, I'm sure, if the cost was, Fishing and Pickens says, didn't Trump waive all the costs if you test positive?
No,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. It's all at no cost.
he waived
But
testing, but not for treatment.
no, I mean, you still got to pay for all the treatment. You got to pay for antibiotics and,
Yeah.
well, probably not antibiotics because it's a virus, but, all of the other stuff. If you have pneumonia and all that, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that. So, yeah, it's,
I'm waiting to see if I get my new drug or not because my rheumatologist just put me on that drug that fights the coronavirus. He goes, I haven't seen a shortage in it yet. He goes, hopefully you could still get on it. For my
Blue Cross
rheumatoid
Blue Shield of
arthritis.
North Carolina is not requiring co-payments, and they are picking up the ticket. Oh, that's good, Tom. That's good. She has video doctor visits. Yeah. Mary says my cousin has it. She's sick at home. They want you home until you have to go to the hospital. Yeah. I mean, that's the safest place for you. Really.
But some people just wait too long.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Help.
I think that's and that's probably where a lot of these deaths are coming from, is people are, trying to head it off and trying to take care of the issues until they can't, and then they just kind of wait till the very last minute, which
That's-
I would say is probably patient fault on that, and probably doctor fault on that,
Yeah.
because you can't always get in have a video doctor visit. You could just be on the phone with them, and being on the phone with them, they're not really saying, how can you really assess a patient if you're talking to them?
Yeah.
And, they might not know what you're talking about, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't, I don't think it's very effective.
Yep.
And that's probably why a lot of people are
Well,
dying.
and it's just the signs. I mean, like when you take somebody's blood pressure, you're supposed to keep an eye on their breathing so that you can count their whatever breaths. You learn that in like CNA training and stuff.
Mhm.
They don't when you're doing a phone visit or an at-home visit or whatever over teleconferencing or whatever, they can't see that stuff.
Right.
To see that you're struggling breathing or whatever,
Yeah. Yeah, Mary says she's letting us know each day about her symptoms and everything. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I am sure that there's a lot of people that had it prior to when it came, first started coming up. I am sure that there was a lot of people that had it.
Oh. We think me and my nephew had it back in, I think it was January that I was really sick there for 2 weeks. We were both down in bed for 2 weeks, just couldn't breathe, really sick, feverish and everything, coughing, couldn't breathe. We think we might have had it then. It wasn't like a normal like flu or nothing. It was really bad. And I was like in bed for like 2 weeks.
OJ says, tell a video visit with my proctologist.
Yeah.
I felt like I was playing Twister. Oh my gosh. Fishing and Pickens says 2 days ago they said, search, government will pay for uninsured Americans coronavirus treatment.
Nice.
Trump. Okay. All right. See, there's people out there that are uninformed, as I was, because I didn't realize that.
And like if you work for anybody, like usually your employer will pay for it. Like I know at my work, they as soon as it started happening, they came out with a thing saying that they would pay for any treatment.
That was a good one. Okay, thanks for the bringing the mood up. We needed that. That was a good one.
That was hilarious, Jason.
But I mean, there's so much information out there, and you never know what to believe is true and what
God,
is
yeah.
not, and
And
So-
those people that send absolutely everything out on instant messenger, make sure you check that information and tell them, hey, whether it's true or not.
mhm.
And make sure you're checking it on reputable sites, not, we'refakenews.com,
Yeah,
'Cause
usually
people are
each
sending out-
state has a website.
People
you
are
can-
sending out so much untrue crap and they believe it. They're like, oh my God, look at this, And anybody who sends me that crap, I go and I check it out, even if it sounds totally off the wall. I go and I check it out and I see if it's true or not. And if it's not, I tell them, hey, that's not true. And this is where I found my information, not to downgrade them or piss them off or anything, but people need to know that this stuff is not true. They're spreading their own fear and not facts. They're not helping anybody by spreading this fear around.
And
Somebody
really,
did that.
there hasn't been enough time for this for anybody to have any great recovered information, like tested or what do you call it, research, so that they can pass it along. They have to have a long-term what do you call those things where you test it? God, I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, it takes a while for the results to come back with, what is what, if ibuprofen helps or hurts,
Right.
they haven't been able to really see
Yeah.
that, except, this person it helped, this person it hurt, they can't just say, well, I've seen more people that it's hurt than it's helped.
Right.
Trials. That's
Yeah.
right, Mr. Sadie. You know what I was talking about. Anyways, you
no.
can't say because it's not been long enough to have, and they've been in a scramble, so they're not worried about really doing that right now because they have other important scientists that are trying to make a cure and stuff, and trying to to work on other things instead of doing these trials. And there's not really any way to do that if the scientists are doing other things. So
Yeah.
Well, and that's like that ibuprofen thing, I never told anybody that was untrue. I just said it hasn't been proven.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it could be true, it could be false,
it
I don't
could
know.
very well be true, but it hasn't been proven, is what I said.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. And even and I'm sure this is probably, nationwide, but they've notified us that, beware of the scammers that are out there, because there's a lot of scammers taking, I don't know how you would say that, taking advantage of this stuff that's going on. So,
Oh.
gotta be careful.
Down in Kentucky, they got pop-up tent scammers where they're taking money for supposedly faster test results.
Oh, wow.
$250 a pop.
Wow.
Governor Bashir they're trying to track them down there in Kentucky. Can you believe that? I mean, there's always somebody that's trying to take advantage of a situation like that. It's ridiculous.
They have that entrepreneurial mind, but it's like in the gutter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ken says, I saw a local guy had it. He's recovered. He went to Mount Sinai Blood Center in New York. He's donating his plasma for treatment for others. So there is hope.
That's good. I would say, like, if somebody they have antibodies, right? Like if you have beat it,
Mhm.
they have antibodies, but that doesn't go if it has morphed or
Mutated.
mutated into morphed.
Power Rangers.
Coronavirus, go. But you know what I mean.
Gonna pretty soon we're gonna see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles walking around and stuff
You wear masks.
from the morphing.
I made myself cry.
Oh, tiger.
So they figure that him donating his plasma is gonna treat people because he built up the antibodies or what?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get out.
Welcome to Sally's clinical viewpoint.
There you go.
Only you, Sally.
I know. See you later, Tom.
Right, Tom?
I think that it's the antibodies that is in his plasma
Yeah.
that they're wanting, because if you fought it or whatever. But if it is mutated, then that won't help. That they'll have to
Yeah.
find somebody with the mutated virus. You know, they're gonna have to find all these different people that have these different, you know, parts of whatever to get the antibodies from them. So
Jason, sometimes the virus Morks comes out of a very large egg. Nanu.
Nanu.
Hey, Nessa.
That's one for sure, Maggie.
Yeah, it looks very comfortable.
What's
Huh.
that?
Your chair.
Oh, my chair. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
actually. I should sit. I tend to sit forward and slump. I should sit up straight in it. I'm a slumper.
I don't know why this keeps going
I got
away.
it at Staples, I think.
Oh,
It's not any special kind of chair. I think I got it on a sale.
I can sure tell the difference between my office chair over there and this one. This one's a piece of junk.
But you bring your office chair over.
That's also my gaming chair.
Oh. It's more important to have a comfortable gaming chair, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Anissa.
Well, oh yeah. Well, it has a footrest and everything, so.
My gaming chair is my recliner, and the only game I play in it is Candy Crush.
Yeah, real gamers strap themselves in like in a cockpit
Mm,
and just stay there for hours.
Oh my God.
Some of them have like 3 and 4 monitors, you know, they have all these different angles. I don't go to
Oh,
that
yeah.
extreme. I have one TV.
My niece's husband is a super gamer. He has got all the equipment and he's real smart. So the combination is just dangerous.
Yeah.
No, I
He
would
is.
like to have one of those setups for the iRacing that they do for NASCAR right now. That looks pretty cool.
Mary says she's thinking about the small business loan just for the fact we really don't know how long this will last. Well, we just literally, I walked out the door because my husband's doctor called him. He had an appointment today, so they did it over the phone.
Mm,
And he said he believes we'll be inside here for a few more months.
yeah.
He
Mm.
says it's very serious, but I did see that you can get a loan even as a sole proprietor, that you don't have to be a business
Mm.
that has employees.
Mm.
So maybe just look into it.
The
All
only
they do
thing
is say
with
no.
that, sorry, the only thing that I can see wrong with that is that, you know, if this gets, you know, if something gets worse and we won't, like the mail system shuts down, you know, how are we gonna be able to sell if we can't send,
Right.
Mhm.
you know, and then, you know, you don't sell, then you're gonna forfeit on your loan because you're not making any money.
Right.
That's the only thing. It's the uncertainty of it all, you know, and, you know, what say if they don't, you know, you put something up your house or whatever, or whatever you got, and then you lose that because of it, you know, I mean,
Right.
it's just just kind of so uncertain right now that I wouldn't really make any big decisions right now as far as unless you
Yeah.
have to, unless there's no other way around it.
Yeah, but like you said, we'd be screwed if or you know, if the postal system shut down or anything.
I don't think the post office is gonna shut down. They
I don't
might
know.
make
I
it
don't
so you
think
can't
so.
go there, but they're still gonna have that's too essential
Hmm.
to the world for it to shut down.
Yeah, but if everybody starts getting sick, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, if you can't run it, you can't run it. And if people got sick to where each satellite business would or satellite office would shut down, that would be tough.
They'll get people to work it. They're not gonna shut down USPS. I'll guarantee
I
it.
hope not, because I don't want to train no carrier pigeons or turkeys
But
or buzzards.
But if it
Because
does
the
happen,
bigger the
you just-
package, the bigger the bird.
the you know, it's just the uncertainty of it that would, because you know what, we've never done this, like Trump said, we never done this before, we never shut down the country before, we, you know, so who knows if they're going to do that or not, Nikki, you know what I mean,
over
like
in-
we don't know.
they said over in France and all that, the postal service is not shut down.
Yeah, but if they are, I figure if they are going to make that kind of a decision, that they're just gonna say nope, nothing's gonna be open, and you know, if you need something, we'll have to bring it to you.
I could see if post offices do close, I could understand, I could see that, but I don't think that the post office is gonna shut down, and you can always get your postman to pick it up. So I don't think it's gonna be an issue.
I know people have problems with, getting things picked up and stuff. So that
Yeah.
is not always the best way to go.
Yeah,
But, put your,
No, and I wouldn't put my business in the hands of my postal carrier either unless it was an emergency. I mean, if they shut
Right.
down locations, then I would have to trust my postman to do it, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah.
which would suck. Because my postman is useless. But But I would just have to do it, you know. But
Yeah.
I'll guarantee that they're not gonna shut the deliveries down. I mean, like I said, I could see them shutting down offices, but not the whole service.
No.
Because even the medical field needs to have the post office, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's too essential. I mean,
It's essential.
it would
Yep.
have to be a complete apocalypse before that shuts down, I'm sure. Could things be delayed? Yes.
Oh yeah.
But, and if that's going to happen, I mean, eBay's got your back in this case. It's like when we have snowstorms or floods or anything like that. You
Yeah.
know, if you can't get to the post office, or if your postman shuts down or whatever, you just have to tell eBay, hey, we were shut down. Normally they know. I remember
Mhm.
there was one time we had a big snowstorm and the post office was closed down for the day. And I told eBay and they're like, well, you're not in the area that we have. So all you have to do is get something like a news article or something like that that shows that they were shut down. And I did, and everything was fine. You know, they took away my dings. So so it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I say. I mean, eBay's on top of this normally, and sometimes they don't see the areas that are shut down or whatever, but yeah, you can prove it, and then you'll be fine. So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that myself. And if the post office shuts down, I mean, we can still get sales. We just have to put our handling time out, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
I know that's what a lot of people have done, is extend their handling time a little
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah,
1 or 2 days, just to give them a little bit of a buffer anyway.
yeah, be on the safe side. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, and everybody probably should, just to be on the safe side, you know. But yeah, I think we're going to be okay. And if we got, you know, and people are getting their taxes, and people are putting their taxes in now so that they can make sure they get their check from Trump, you know. So people are getting their returns back and stuff. So I really feel like people are going to still be spending money. I mean, yeah, if this happens to going until fall or whatever, yeah, we might see a downturn in sales. But I really do believe that, you know, if we can trust in anything, we can trust the American population to spend their money. I really honestly believe that we can depend on them spending money. You know, because they're sitting at home. What are they doing? They're on the internet, and yeah,
Yep.
I really honestly believe that they could. And Amazon, everything's being delayed, that they can't just go and buy everything on Amazon. So they're going to be looking at things like eBay, you know, or Poshmark.
Mhm.
And everybody needs clothes and stuff, you know. And I've been selling non-essential stuff all along. You know, stuff that, why would you need this right now? You know, but so people are still buying.
They are. So OJ says there's no way to close out returns right now, is there? I tried to call eBay, and the recording says to visit the website, but there's no option on the site to close out returns. You can email them.
Yeah, that's right.
You can message them on eBay for Business. You can do those things to get a hold of them, to let them know about it, and communicate through there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Maura.
Anamora.
I wonder if they ever instituted that new policy. They were going to institute a new returns policy anyway, right?
I don't know.
That you can't. What was the new policy? Dang it, my brain.
I don't remember hearing about that.
That they would not allow you to click to close it. Wait, I'll have to look it up now. Now I'm just.
Yeah,
I'll just start babbling.
That's true, Mr. Sadie. The outfall from the post office shutting down would be way worse than the virus itself. People would be dying all over it. Yep.
I mean, for keeping up with, things that, go along in our daily lives,
Uh-huh.
I think the nation has done pretty good, trying to
Yeah.
keep, you know, at least essential businesses open.
Yeah.
Of course, people, people have definitely done the not so good thing about, going on vacation, and, this is not a, go ahead and take your vacation, and, it's not about that. It's about staying in and staying safe and keeping your family safe,
Yeah.
So,
You're coughing. You got virus.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
afraid to cough out in public. I'm afraid they'll stab me in the head.
Oh, I know. I'm the same way. I had
we
to go
yell Coronies like
Coronies.
like cooties, but it's Coronies.
No.
I'm trying to look this up too, Maggie. I don't see anything.
It says, starting April 1, 2020, we will no longer close returns early at the request of a seller when a buyer has not shipped the item back. Instead, we will wait to ensure buyers have sufficient time to provide proof items they requested. So right now, if they say they're going to return an item, they have, once they do that return, they have so much time.
Yeah.
Or not right now, before this. Like, I have an open return coming in. And it says, that's the one the girl said she's returning it because it fits, but it doesn't look good on her. Which that sounds like a personal problem, but whatever.
Yeah. Sounds
Um,
like she's got self-esteem issues.
it says until like it used to be they had only a certain amount of time.
Yes. And you could call if they hadn't shipped it back in a
By that
certain
time.
time, you could call the day after the date that they gave the person, the buyer. You could call the day after and get that.
And now that is no longer the case, that you cannot, they will not,
That's
you
messed
cannot,
up.
you cannot call and ask them to do it even after that window has closed. They will still give the buy. I thought it was like 30 or 60 days or something like that afterwards that they.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm probably gonna go to no returns then.
Yeah, basically that was the. It's not very clear from this little blurb I'm reading though.
That's not a really good thing. Like, it sounds like they're kind of thinking about the buyer more than the seller in that sense.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like if we have a time that we're going to take it back or whatever, then they need to.
Here it is. When buyers are sent an eBay generated return label, the return is closed if the label is not printed within 10 business days. If the buyer prints the label, we allow the return to remain open additional 5 days to ensure shipping scans are captured. When buyers are not sent an eBay generated return label, we wait up to 35 business days before closing the return.
Wow.
And basically they will not accept a phone call from the seller asking for that to be closed anymore. Yeah.
So don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
And when did that start?
April 1st.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That sounds like a big joke to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do the best you can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all.
Oh, Jason says it's been 6 weeks on one of his. That's ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not fair.
Mm-mm.
Especially if you have 30-day returns.
Right.
If you have 30 days returns, and it doesn't go along with your policy. So how could that even be refunded. I guess
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that do no returns, and really, to me, it's just going to, you know, it's going to hurt sellers and make things to where it's, I don't know, it sounds more difficult to me than it would say, okay, print the label, and then you got so many days, and then you got to send it, or we're just going to close it down. Well,
Mhm.
why not just make that, I think really they need to make a clear cut thing on where you have your return section when you're buying something. They need to make it clear cut. You need to print
Yeah.
this label. If you don't print, if you need to return something, push this button. And then
Right.
if you push the button, then it should come up. You need to return this within so many days. And if you don't, then it's going to be closed and you're going to have to keep the item and you're not going to get a refund. And it's like none of the buyers know this. Like, I had a return come in yesterday, and I'm like, I told her, go ahead and submit a return, and then, that's fine. I have 30-day returns. Well, she messages me back. Well, I sent it. I don't know how she sent it because it was freaking Sunday, but she said she sent it. And, but she didn't submit a return request or anything. She just sent it back to me.
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because a lot of times, if they're not, computer savvy and they don't know the process, a lot of times that's what they'll do is they'll just take it to the post office and send it back to, And I feel like, I mean, if they send the item back to me, then, I have to do my part and, go through and refund them, because I'm not
Yeah.
going to not refund them and
Right.
keep the item, so.
Yeah.
And usually, from what I've heard, if you go on to PayPal and refund them through there, then, eBay can cross-reference it just in case something comes back and, and it doesn't look right.
When I do that, when I do that through PayPal, I always take the number that they give you for the return, for the refund. I go over to eBay and I message the person and say, this just for records or whatever, this is the return number.
Yeah.
And so, if there's something on eBay that needs to be closed, then they can check messages, because that's usually the first thing that I
That's
think
true.
they do,
Yeah.
is check messages to see if there's communication, and they can check
Yeah,
it or
that's
whatever.
good. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So how was everybody's sales this week? And
I
Well,
had 4. Brandon had
th-
one.
I have
Yeah.
3 going out today.
woohoo!
One sale
So today, yeah, or this weekend.
or 2.
I got
Two, I had a pair of jeans.
15.
Awesome.
15.
Yeah. Well, 4 of them were from Thelma Thrift. She just went on the free in my sterling silver.
Ah.
Oh.
I think I'll send her a little gifty gift to go with it and say, you're so
That's
sweet.
cool.
Mhm.
I got 14,
Good job.
so that wasn't too bad.
Brandon got 2 this weekend. I got 4.
Nice.
So
Very
Yeah,
good.
Thelma bought like $75 worth of stuff from me.
Awesome. Yeah, my highest seller was a pair of used Key Imperial overalls and those sold for $39.99.
Awesome.
See, you can sell those for more than $10, Todd.
Or 20. Yeah.
What?
He sold his
What'd you
for
sell?
20. He sold his for 20.
What'd you sell?
Key Imperial overalls.
Never heard of that brand.
Oh, that's a big brand in overalls. That's a
Is it?
good that's a really good brand actually.
Good
Yeah.
job, Karen.
I was happy that those sold, and
Yeah.
I was happy that they sold for that much. So $39.99.
I
Pretty
Yeah, I
sold,
remember Sally fussing at me over the price I took for some Carhartts.
Yeah.
I sold, I sold a book to a guy in London for $50 and
Awesome.
a church anniversary book. You know, when a church celebrates, I think it's like its 50th anniversary, and they put out a 50 years of Immaculate Conception Church. I sold one of those, and a pair of leopard print jeans. So somebody's still trying to look snazzy.
Yep.
Oh, leopard print is going because of that.
Oh,
Joe.
the tiger. I've never
King.
watched it.
There are
Well-
so many. If you go on TikTok, oh my God, there's so many little skits that people are doing and dressing up like the people from it and stuff like that. So
I've never watched it. Oh, awesome, Mary. I sold a fancy radar detector for $200.
woo,
Cool.
good job.
And the
You
slide
too,
viewer
Karen. I'm
inside
just taking what.
for $85. That's very good. Very
Good job,
good.
Mary.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
got to avoid the Corona police.
I gotta go. My phone's dying.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, bye, Nikki.
Bye,
I almost
Nikki.
said Paula. I don't know why. I don't
Mr.
really know anybody named Paula.
Mr. Sadie said he bought another metal detector on eBay for $700 Friday. Good job.
You can't find gold with a metal detector.
Huh?
You can't find gold with a metal detector.
Well, because yeah,
Why not?
Because it's not metal. It's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
No, it's, I mean, not that it's not metal. It's non, what is it called?
metallic.
Yeah, like, no.
Like
You're
not
both goofy.
The magnetic.
Gold is metal.
Magnetic. That's what I meant.
You're thinking of non-ferrous.
So how can you? That brings up a good subject, because if it's not magnetized,
A
How
metal
can-
detector does not detect magnetism. It detects metal.
Mhm.
okay.
Okay, so you can find
Oh
gold
yeah, you
with
can
it.
find gold with it.
Gold,
I was thinking because
silver,
I mean, yeah,
any kind of metal.
because that
Aluminum.
that didn't go together to me.
Yeah, see,
For me.
like, usually,
But
okay,
because it's
so it
metal-
finds metal, it doesn't find magnetic stuff.
Right.
Right.
Just
Right.
metal.
Right. And the
Anything
more
metal.
sophisticated ones will tell you
Exactly what it is. Yeah.
what kind of metal it is.
That's what I have. I have one I can set for silver or gold, iron, tin, aluminum. That way you can filter those out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hank. I didn't
you
know. I
can-
didn't know that.
Yeah.
The
Well,
better
I-
ones, you
that
can
makes
tell it to don't beep if it's a beer tab.
Right. That's what mine is.
Yeah.
I can set it the sensitivity and to what metal that you can filter out, because especially around here, it's a lot of pull tabs. So, and
Yeah.
beer bottle caps.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, a lot, because I mean, you hear a lot about people finding gold and silver and stuff like that. But, you know,
Silver.
I didn't know about that. That's good thing that that topic came up.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, when I'm going through my jewelry and stuff, I have that magnet that I test, test to see if there's anything
Yeah.
that's, usually like I just put it down and it picks up a whole bunch of stuff. And so I put that aside, I'll just go through it, but I know that everything in there is like magnetized or magnetic. So,
Yeah.
but I did not know that.
Well. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take my metal detector outside today if it's nice. It's ferrous and non-ferrous, but detects both.
Yep.
What is ferrous? Like magnetic?
Iron.
Get it?
Get it?
Gotta love that sound in the morning. Oh,
I love it.
Hi,
Anytime.
Carol.
it was a payment. Or
Well,
something.
Hey,
that's still good.
Morning, Carol.
morning, Carol.
Morning, girl.
Oh,
Yeah, I'd like to get one of those little pen ones,
Yeah.
so I can. It's like it's almost like my magnet that I use for jewelry. It's like that size, and you just like once you get a beep, you can like stick it in the dirt and kind of find out more about like where it's at, like how deep, or like you stick it in there and it it'll beep at you.
Got a pinpointer?
Yeah, that's what I don't know what any of the names are.
Garrett Carrot's what I got.
I don't know that much about it, obviously. My cousin lives in California, and he goes into these lots that they've taken down houses and stuff and clean the lot, and he goes in and metal detects in there, and he's found so much stuff. Carol says Valerie and Sally are a bad influence on me. Now drinking and next up smoking, then brownies. Okay, ferrous is magnetic. Okay.
I don't do anything like that.
Me neither.
I'm a good girl.
I've never heard that, but I've never heard you been called that either.
I'm a good girl.
I don't know. If this lasts much longer, I might be hitting the brownies.
Yeah. I can see that. Oh, I can see a lot of people doing that. Like I put that thing on Facebook. This is Bill. He's locked at home for quarantine, but he wants to take a trip. So Bill decides to take mushrooms and take a trip at home. Be responsible. Be like Bill.
Like Bill.
That's right. There you go.
Morning, Rita.
Hi, Rita. Okay. Mr. Sadie says silver, gold, copper, brass, all non-ferrous, but it'll still detect it, right? I mean, my detector's pretty good. You could use it in the water and stuff like that.
I mean, you being around beaches now, not so much this year.
Yeah, because all the parks
depending
are
on
closed. But
yeah, but I mean, that would be a good place to go for.
mhm. I can go in the back of my store.
Oh, there you go.
There's like there's like a whole big yard right next to the river. And we have so many people that use our yard and our river behind the store, you know, and
Hello.
you know, for fishing or whatever, or just to hang out and have a
Yeah.
picnic and stuff like that.
No. No.
I'll mute myself.
Oh my gosh. Oh, then tattoos, Carol. You know, I was thinking about getting another tattoo, but I was like, I don't know if I can do that now. I don't know if I can withstand the pain.
Is it really that painful?
It hurt. It's got some pain to it. I mean, it's not like, you know, tearing your arm off or anything, but it does have some pain to it. So I'm probably done with that part of my life. Carol
Okay.
says I was thinking of doing a meme with banks and stores freaking out going in with a mask, but now they're probably happy to see you with one. That's probably the norm now.
I've already seen that meme.
I don't know. Crazy. All right, I'll put that in for tomorrow. Gold will be a low tone on your detector. Sounds like a nail or a bottle cap. Silver is very high pitched. A very high pitched tone. That is the basic difference.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'm sure that is, you know, that is a skill that you have to learn to know what is, you know, the sounds and what's what and everything. But it sounds like it would be fun.
It is fun.
It is fun, but I didn't know that there was a difference in the sounds.
Oh yeah. It's like if you get an aluminum pull tab, it's like real high. And then your like you said, your gold tone is more of a low monotone.
Interesting.
Kinda like my
Found a
voice.
lot of aluminum pull tabs and a lot of
Oh,
aluminum cans.
I'm sure.
I've not done much detecting, even though I was all about that, you know, a year or so ago. I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I talked my brother-in-law into giving me this one. Well, I told him I was going to buy it from him, but then he just ended up giving it to me. And so but I haven't used it like I said I was going to.
Your best bet would, if you got different metals, to learn it, get a bottle cap, get an aluminum can, pull tab, all these different iron nail, anything. And if you have a little piece of gold, you know, learn your tones. That's what I did. I just laid it all out and would learn the different sounds that each metal would make. Because, you know,
that's
like
smart.
The older ones just seemed like you had to figure it out anyway. So with this new one, I can set it to discriminate against certain metals. Whereas the first one I had, it was like a little Radio Shack one, and it would ping off of any metal. I had to learn the different sounds on my own. So
yeah,
Hey, that's a great idea.
that's awesome.
Mary says our grandkids love using the detectors. We toss out a handful of change before they come over and set them loose in the backyard. That is a great idea. I mean, that'd keep them busy for a while, you know.
Or get some of those plastic Easter eggs and put Hot Wheels in them and bury them a little bit.
I want to do that.
That's fun.
I like going metal detecting, but every time I do, the next day I'm so sore. It's pretty good exercise. walking
getting
around
one
and
of those,
bending over. And
I plan on getting one of those bulb diggers, for planting flower bulbs. They have that long tube with the cut end on it. Well, they got them now with a handle, so I can do it like
Oh,
a shovel and just twist it and pull it, and just pull the plug
like
out.
a post digger?
Yeah, but it's for planting bulbs, planting flower bulbs.
Oh.
They got them at Lowe's and stuff, but they got it on a handle, so I don't have to get down on my hands and knees, and I can
Oh.
just kind of.
Like handle it, then you.
No, you still have to use your foot to kind of, or you can use your hands and push it down and kind of turn it,
Uh-huh.
pull it. It's supposed to pop out so you can plant your flower bulbs. So.
Mm.
my luck, if I found a gold necklace or something, I'd chop it into 12 pieces doing that.
So I plan on getting one of those, trying to make it easier for me to go out and do all
Don't we all, Carol?
that.
I want to
Yeah.
metal detect at Todd's house.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I bet he's like Binion. He's got some silver buried somewhere on that
Mhm.
property.
I'd be the one with the snorkel in the bottom of the pool, drowning because I can't breathe.
I just know there's silver down here. Glub, 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 glub.
Find some coffee cans all through the yard.
Yeah.
Know it.
Oh, I got so much to do today. I went and got all those VHS I had taken to the church because they're all children's VHSs, and I had forgotten they were over there. A whole tote full of them. Veggie Tales and Dora the Explorer. I thought those are going on eBay.
Yeah.
And then I found that a tote that wasn't supposed to be over there. It was a bunch of game controllers and dance mats and stuff. And I had gotten a bunch of video games off of Macari, a huge lot of video games. I thought, and I got two of those Wii Fits. I thought, I know I had one of those boards somewhere. I could not find it. That was over at the church in the basement.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
So I was like, got it now. So I'm gonna bundle all that up and just put it on. So I'll be busy.
I'm sure. I am sure, Mary. She said you'd be shocked at what you would find in your own backyard. And Karen says, Sally, take your detector to the shores of the lake.
Mhm.
Bet you lots of stuff is washed up ashore.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, because I think all of her, I could be wrong, but like all of her shores, I don't know if she can even go out near the shore right now because everything is probably a park, and so the parks are closed. So
Mhm.
that I don't know if that's the case or not, but. Oh, Mr. Sadie, I have 73 cents buried in my backyard. Problem is, I need $300 a day, $300 a day backhoe to find it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I got lots of stuff to do today, too, but it's, you only got so much time to do it, so you just do what you can and feel good about it and move on.
Yep.
I got to go out today and do a few errands and pay a few bills and then get back home, so not planning on staying out all day. Got to be safe.
Yeah.
I would just give my right arm to be able to go to a thrift store.
Right? I mean, can you imagine all the stuff that because I'm sure people are still donating.
Ours says don't want to. Ours has big signs that
Yeah.
says
Oh,
do not
really?
donate. We're closed. Yeah.
Ours are just
Okay.
closed. They're not accepting donations. So
Okay. I wasn't sure if they still had the donating. Maybe
no.
that's part of the reason why they closed it too. Was the donating, just
Yeah.
to decrease anything that would come along. So that makes sense. But I mean, all the stuff that I'm sure people are cleaning out their closets and their houses, getting rid of stuff that they haven't used. I'm sure they're, got it in on a big pile, waiting for the thrift stores to open up so they can move it out of there.
I did what Matt did, the part-time picker. I got on that neighborhood app and
Uh-huh.
posted an ad that I buy, that I'm an eBay seller. I'm looking for inventory, and I've got
Uh-huh.
16, 20 people sending me messages.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, some of their stuff they want too much for it, and I just tell them, no, that's too high. Or, I'm looking, tell them I buy low to sell high. I said I pay my bills this way. So.
Yeah.
I just put on there, if you are getting rid of stuff, people are cleaning out the closets and the garages right now. Instead of throwing it away, give me a call and or message me and I will come pick it up.
Yep. That's a good way to do it.
I don't get money involved, and you can also say no contact, just leave it out and
Oh yeah.
I'll come get it from you. So I have to go today at 12:30 to the store because somebody's gonna give me a TV with the DVD player in it.
Huh.
Just looking to get rid of it.
Yeah. Julie says everybody is cleaning out everything, and when they do open back up, the donations will blow the walls down.
Oh yeah.
They will be selling super cheap to move all the stuff. Mary says I haven't left the house since February. Oh my gosh. I'm going stir crazy. Oh, you'd think my house would be clean, but nope.
Nah.
Yeah, that's me too, Mary. I'm like, I don't really want to clean anything.
I know. There's that thing on Facebook saying, I thought that the reason my house wasn't clean was because I didn't have enough time, and now we know
And
It's
now
not
you have
that.
enough
that
time
ain't true.
Yeah. So much for that idea. It sounded good
Yeah.
in theory. But just think of all the money that we're saving by not going to the thrift stores. That's, that's
True.
what I'm thinking about. I'm
Yeah.
saving.
I only spent 1,000 yesterday, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's peanuts to you. So.
Just not spending money in general. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know,
Absolutely.
$1,000, that's almost a month's worth of beer.
Yep.
Oh, look up, Maggie.
Wake up, Maggie. I think.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
Mr. Say says I bet
something
tons
to
of yard
say
sales
to
will appear.
you.
I love that song.
I was like, is that how it goes? I don't even know the
Yeah.
words of the song, but I just let it flow.
Rod Stewart. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you.
There you go. I had it right. Good job, Valerie.
8
Pat you on the
September,
back.
and I really ought to think I'd be back at school.
There was another Maggie song. Now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore.
Isn't that the same song? Is that the same?
Yeah.
Same song.
Same song.
Yeah, Julie says we power cleaned yesterday, rearranged the living room.
Oh, wow. You're an inspiration, Julie. I'm not that ambitious. And you have little ones too. I can't even. Carol's planning on walking 6 miles today.
6 miles? Oh my God. My town isn't even that big.
I think it's really beautiful here. We should get out and walk.
It's overcast
I'm with you, Mary.
and I think it rained.
My best cleaning is when I know somebody's coming over.
Oh yeah, and then you're
And I do
frantic.
it like
Yeah.
30 minutes before they get
Mhm.
here. But I do it fast. And
I give up cleaning with Teresa and her project because no sooner do I get something clean, she'll come in behind me like a little tornado and there's shit everywhere. I went down the room 10 minutes. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
So
Mr. Sadie, I won't walk 6 miles this month. I really need to do something because my steps are really down. I was doing 10,000 steps a day, and now I'm like, I'm
yeah,
lucky if I hit 3,000.
my steps are low too. And
Well,
I
get 'em
don't
up.
even have my watch on today because it's charging. But it's probably done. I just haven't put it back on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I did find this thing on YouTube called, I think it's called Body Groove, because I hate exercise and I hate exercise videos
Mhm.
that, and this is like, it's 5 minutes. It's more like a dance thing than
I've seen that.
yeah. So she just does this step. So she'll just do one step. It might be a toe tap. And then you just do the toe tap pattern and you move the rest of your body any way you want. So you just keep doing the toe tap and you might put your arms up, you might put your arms down. And then it's just 5 minutes. It gets you
Mhm.
moving around. And then and I'll just try to pop it on like a few times a day to get 20 minutes of exercise in.
What's it called?
It's called Body Groove
Body Groove.
on
Okay.
YouTube.
It's like dance fitness.
It's kind of, and it's no fit. You
But
have
it's
to
not
do this.
extraneous.
Right. And you can't, it's not, you have to do this because I'm so bad at that. Even in the chorus, when we learn something, choreography, I have to
Mhm.
do it over and over and over and over because it doesn't come natural to me. So this is just, you don't have to follow a pattern. She gives you one thing to do. It might be and then you just do it repeatedly, but you do in any way you want. You walk around your living room, you can move your head, you can move the rest of you. Yeah, check it out. Just to keep
Okay,
yourself
I will.
moving. Mr. Sadie watched the entire Tiger King series yesterday on Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
There's
I watched that. I watched it.
I haven't
There's
watched it.
also, I don't have Netflix yet, but there is the Joe Exotic on YouTube for free too.
Joe Exotic.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half.
He's out there. That's for sure.
I'll have to watch an episode. I haven't watched a single episode of the Tiger King. And it's not new, is it? Is it like an old series that people have just suddenly
It's that
I don't
one's
know.
from the one on YouTube is from 2016.
Yeah, because he just went to jail last year, wasn't it? When they finally put him in jail.
I think so.
Mhm.
Oh. Who's
So
the
it's been
Tiger
going
King
on.
guy?
Yeah, it's been going on for a while, so
What they put him in
There's-
jail for?
you'll have to watch it. I ain't saying no more.
I can't. I just can't.
After the first few episodes, it got more into what actually was going on with the whole case and all that.
Right.
But
Right.
the flamboyant stuff up to that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Is this guy for real?"
Yeah.
So
I could probably get past,
I mean, once you get
I-
past that, it's like, because
yeah.
I'm like, I can't believe I'm sitting here watching this.
Yeah. I was like, who is this? And, this is stupid.
He's crazier than a shithouse rat. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't take me too long to decide that I was not into this. This is stupid. I'm not spending my time watching.
They all are crazy. Every damn one of them in that thing's crazy. Good Lord. I think they're all nuts.
Yeah,
if you ask me.
I probably would like it. I mean,
Mhm.
I like those kind of
Mm-hmm.
shows that, but I'm still watching Lost.
Yeah, I like that show.
It's actually a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
gotta get
I was surprised that I
For
had never
now.
watched it before. Huh? What?
What?
I said for now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying now, huh? Oh God. I know the end. I don't know what's going to happen at the end, but I've heard a lot of comments about the ending and everything. So
You're gonna be like,
What the hell did I just watch?
yeah.
what the heck just happened?
I think it was my brother. I think it was my brother that was watching it, way back when it first was out or whatever. And
Mhm.
I can remember he was so upset about the way that it ended. I don't know what happens, but
I don't remember.
that he was so like disgruntled, just pissed off that it
Mhm.
ended the way that it ended. And
Well,
I don't know what that means, but
I think that he watched it week to week.
yeah,
Like one episode a week. While it was on TV.
right.
And if I would have watched it like that, like I do Walking Dead or whatever,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would have been pissed too.
Mhm.
I
wanna watch
watched.
that.
It took me a week to watch it.
Mm. I want to watch that series called Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. That looks like it's going to be pretty good.
That looks like it's going to be really good. Yeah.
Mhm.
I have not seen that.
I like Kevin Costner anyway. It's
Me
a
too.
kind of a Western set,
Yeah.
Mm.
and he's always good in those parts. So,
Yeah.
because I think he was in Hatfields and McCoys too. If you watched that miniseries, that was really good. I
Yeah.
like that one. When I seen he was in this new Yellowstone, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that one out."
Well, it's time for us to go.
Okay.
I don't know that I was thinking about the song, but the Mickey song, but I
Uh-huh.
couldn't think of the words,
Oh.
Now it's
Just to
time to
have-
say goodbye.
Just to
all our
have a laugh or
family.
sing a song.
That's
Seems
Carol
we just have
Burnett.
started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
So
Good night,
long.
everybody.
What's she do? Pull her ear.
Yep. Yep, that is her signature move. All right, guys. I hope everybody has a great day. Get some stuff done. Get some sales.
Yep.
Start burning up the listings.
Mhm.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
Do tomorrow.